to work this morning with a laptop as well as the camera bag because there is an auction going on the internet for liquidation of a wood shop. So I'm going to see if I can get my hands on a bandsaw. There's a bandsaw on there that looks particularly interesting, and some other bits, or I might get nothing, but we'll give it a go. Okay, got to the unit and unloaded. The mayonnaise isn't mine. I just realised that I have to pick up that package from Royal Mail, so I'm going to shoot up there now. Right, got the package. Let's shoot back down to the unit and open it up because I'm illegally parked. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is set up the laptop in order to pick up this auction online while I'm at work. Don't want to lose it. Don't want to miss the opportunity. And while that's loading up, we'll open the box. Now I think what this is the TV set adapter that my good old mate Stu put me onto. Yes, it is. And now this is what I should be able to plug into the back of that TV I showed you 2 or 3 days ago, can you remember? And hopefully it goes into the SCART socket. You stick in a normal aerial coax. You've got a remote control, a power pack, a remote receiver, an infrared receiver for the remote. This is all new to me. Never used one of these before. And of course a user manual. So we will set this up and see if it works if I have time away from this auction. The TV seems to be picking up some channels. That's very promising.
Their food 10 times faster than when
it only frigging works.
This, the scientists say, means the
I think I've done quite well today. We've had Dave round, we've had Craig round, but unfortunately they didn't stop long enough for me to get the camera out. Dave's a bit camera shy these days, you know. He's been getting that way for quite a while. He's changed. Life of hard work's changed him. Right, so this is a bandsaw, little bandsaw that I picked up a couple of years ago. And I've never really been that happy with it.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Brought you a present.
Oh, dude's got some insulation. Just cleaning bandsaw out, bud.
Bandsaw?
Yeah, the little one that I've got.
Brought some more spirits.
Okay. Oh, this is that big pipe, this is that scaffolding pipe insulation, isn't it? Well, it might come in handy for something.
It was on the road near Anna Valley Nature Reserve.
Oh, really?
So I pulled up and checked it out.
Right, I've just vacked out all of the dust from this bandsaw. I'm just going to adjust the on and off switch. It has like a little flappy pedal that you press to turn it off. And it just seems to be a little too far away for it to turn off all the way, so I think I'm just going to pull this out, maybe clean behind it, then just pop a couple of washers behind to give it a bit of space from the back edge. That should do the trick. impressed with that. I can hear some bits sort of pinging around at the bottom of this, so I don't know how good the suction is for picking up any larger particles and placing it into the Cyclone bucket. Of course, when I get a proper shop vac, that might solve the issue because there'll be more suction. But let's have a little trial. So I'm going to see if I can find something that's quite weighty, and we'll have a look, see if it fetches it through the hose and ends up in the bucket. Okay, so I've emptied the bucket. There's nothing in here now, so that's ready to go back and have the vacuum hose replaced back on top. And then up here I've got 4 items of varying weight. A piece of screwed up masking tape, a small piece of wood, a larger piece of wood, and then the piece de resistance, a screw. So if all 4 of these end up in the bucket, we're good. Okay, so let's pull the bucket out. The masking tape is of course to provide a tight friction fit, which it does. I'll need 2 hands for this. Okay, the moment of truth. Well, we have the masking tape. We have the larger piece of timber and the smaller piece of timber, but I can't see the screw, so that must be in the system somewhere. And if I had to guess, I'd say it's here where this adapter fits. There it is. So it can't lift the screw, but it got it through the hose. I imagine it's just when it opens up to this 68mm pipe, then there's just not enough suction there for it. Well, I've tried to do some soldering there on one of the connectors for the welding lead. I've got some real fine solder which would have been perfect for going in that XLR cable. I've lost it, so I've tried to do it with plumber solder. I'll turn the camera off to, you know, save face. I got it done though. It was a bit of a bodged job. So I've got to find that solder. It's got to be in here somewhere. I think I've used it before. Anyway, it's 6:15. I have to get in the car and go home. Spent a bit of time on the email, folks. I've sent this to 11, that's right, 11 different steel fabricating companies, because I got in touch with one, Alan Mosgrove's in Worksop, and Gemma's rang them today. They fobbed her off. They fobbed her off. I mean, we know that fabricating stainless steel tanks, 400 litre capacity, is not going to be big money if I'm going to be doing the welding. But it's work, right? If they think there's just one tank, then they've just shot themselves in the foot, because there's more than one tank. So I'm covering all bases. 11 different suppliers. We'll put it out to tender and see who comes back. And I was just rooting through the fridge thinking I could do with a beer to say goodnight to everybody, or good morning, depending on what time you're watching this. And I didn't think I had any. And then I of course remembered something that Sean and Paul, a couple of mates that I met on a brew day, came to IVB with me, provided me with this interesting drug, Marisotta and Columbus. I forgot all about it, guys. I hope you're watching. If you are, cheers muchly. It looks grand, I tell thee. Oh my goodness. Beautiful looking beer. Very malty on the nose. A bit of citrus, I imagine, from the Columbus. Let's dive in. It's light. Really getting the Columbus now. Really nice. But it's quaffable. Anyway, this is a vlog, not a beer review. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys, for Wednesday's edition.